All right. Well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And Michael's going to light our candle and explain the significance of it.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So our candle, we're going to have to get another candle here, Diana, but really soon. But our candle here, the wax represents that there's only one. And so it's a 2-wick candle. I like the first wick. That represents, again, the great mystery is that the kingdom of heaven is not some far off place, but it's within us. We are the great tabernacle of the Most High within us. And the second candle I light, second wick, is that of the community candle representing us. And again, as you can see, the candle shines much brighter because we are together. Thank you.
All right. Okay, John, going to do a song.
Here we are together. Here we are for being together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for being, for good, for better. Here we are for healing, together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for healing, for good, for better. Here we are for wisdom, together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for wisdom, for good, for better. Here we are for love, together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for love, for good, for better. Here we are.
Well, thank you, John. Very much appreciate that. And today, since it's the fifth Sunday, we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion. And we're going to be talking about grace today. So start thinking about it now, about what you might want to say about grace. But we'll start at that in a few minutes. But so it is time for Michael to do the 365 Science of Mind. Are you there yet for today? June or May 31st?
I'm getting there. All right. Hold on here.
Okay, Michael.
Please wait. System processing. Okay. Okay. Well, hello there, everyone. For May 31st, this is the one thing that Holmes loved the scriptures. He loved especially the Bible, and he quotes the Bible extensively, not only in the Science of Mind text, but also in the daily meditations. The quote that he has for today is from a very familiar psalm, Psalm 91. It says, "I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust." At the center of my being is peace, that peace that is felt in the coolness of the early evening, after the workers have turned from their labors and the first star shines in the soft light of a translucent sky. There is a freshness, a vitality, a power underlying this peace. It broods over the earth quietly, tenderly, as a mother watches over her sleeping baby. In this peace that holds me so gently, I feel strength and a protection from all fear, all anxieties. It is the peace of God, and underneath it all, I feel the love of the Holy Presence. As I become more conscious of this love, all lack, all fear, all that is false slips away as a mist fades in the morning sunshine. I am one with deep abiding peace, and I know that all is well. I know that as I permit this peace to flow through my being, through my mind and my heart, every problem is released. The way is made clear before me, and it is filled with joy and harmony. I am peace. I am love. I am power. I am vitality and strength and all good. Where I am, there is peace. Science of Mind 365.
Wow, that was powerful. Okay, John's going to lead us into meditation, and I'm going to do it, and we'll go from there.
We are the radiant pulse. 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 We are the heart of life. 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 We are the bliss of joy. 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 We are the presence of peace. We are the presence of peace. We are the presence of peace. We are the presence of peace.
And as we feel that presence of peace, that joy, that light, the life, the love, the power, the beauty, the wholeness, the completion, the perfection, the wisdom, the prosperity and abundance. All that God all of the wonderful attributes that Spirit is right here, right now. Because Spirit created us, is in us, through us, as us. Not only did Spirit create each and every one of us as an individual and all throughout the world, but also the animals and the trees and the flowers and the bees, the fish and the whales and the grass and the sands of the beaches, the snow on the mountains themselves. God created it all. Is in all, through all, as all. It's everywhere present, always in us, as us, through us. And as we recognize that we are one with all that God is, that we are one with the magnificence that God is, the presence that God is, we are able to be more like Spirit in all that we do. Our decisions are made better by recognizing that Spirit's already there. So with that, I know for Summit Center for Spiritual Living that life is well, that we are grateful for each and every person. I'm particularly grateful for Michael and the fact that he had that crash and that he was came out of it with not too many bruises and stuff. So he's done really well. I'm so grateful for that. I'm also grateful for each and every person here. For John, for Carol Ann, for Kyle, for Tim, for Hannah, for myself, and of course for Michael. I'm just grateful. And as we talk about grace today, we will learn a little bit more about it. And we'll remember that grace is another aspect of God that is ours, always ours. So I give thanks. I give thanks for all the good that is happening right here and right now. I give thanks that the law is in perfect divine measure, that love is leading the way. And so I release my word into the law and know that it is. And so it is. Amen.
I am the power of love. I am the power of love. We are the power of love. We are the power of love. I am the radiant pulse. I am the radiant pulse. We are the radiant pulse. We are
So as you open your eyes and get come back to the room and open your cameras and just look in each other's eyes and see that magnificent spirit, which is you, which is us, because it's here always, just by looking into each other's eyes. All right. Okay, thank you, John. All right, so like I said, we're going to be doing a discussion today. So if you have something to say, don't be afraid to say it. But since we're talking about grace, I'm starting off with the Webster's Dictionary, how it's defined. Grace is unearned divine assistance or favor, elegant movement and charm, courteous goodwill, or short prayer before eating a meal. And from the theology, it is the free, unmelded love, favor, and assistance given to the humans by God. So that's the Webster. Now I'm going to read how Ernest Holmes has, in the glossary, defined it. Grace is the givingness of the Spirit to its creation, and it's not a special law, but a specialized one. In other words, grace is, but we need to recognize it. It is not something God imposed upon us, but it is a logical result of the correct acceptance of life and the correct relationship of the Spirit. We are saved by grace to the extent that we believe in, accept, and seek to embody the law of good. For the law of good is ever a law of liberty and never one of limitation. Limitation is not a thing, not a divine entity, but a belief. Freedom is a divine reality. Okay, so there's a lot in that there. There's, I guess the first thing I like to reread is grace is, but we need to recognize it. We need to recognize it. It is not something God imposed upon us, but it is the logical result of the correct acceptance of life and a correct relationship of the Spirit. What does anybody think about that? Any comments, please?
Sounds like you have to be graceful to perceive it.
Okay, I'm glad that's not the truth, because I'm not very graceful. Okay.
Well, then grateful will do.
Well, I like that again, that grace is the givingness of Spirit. It's in some Christian traditions, they say it's the unmerited love of God towards us. And that the whole idea of that, again, the givingness of Spirit is always there for us. And that what Ernest Holmes is saying is that we have to recognize it, though. God can only give to us as we recognize it and allow it to be in our lives. It goes on, it says, it's not something that God imposes upon us, but is a logical result of the correct acceptance of life and a correct relationship to Spirit. And I like this, says we are saved by grace. Okay, so that's a Christian term. We're saved by the unmerited uh, death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. But again, he says we are saved by grace to the extent that we believe and accept and seek to embody it. So it's not that, again, that that we're all okay. Okay, we don't need, none of us need to be saved. Okay, but the whole idea is that there's available to us, again, the unmerited givingness of spirit, that good and more good can be ours. And the only question I think that I have today is, are we willing to accept that grace into our lives? So thank you.
And I happened to pick up that I picked up some quotes from the Bible in Ephesians 2:8-9, and this is the New International Version. Or the NIV. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is a gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. Or if you read it from the King James Version, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So it's that is a very famous quote from the Bible, and that we need to realize that, as Ernest Holmes is saying, by us recognizing Spirit is there and is always there and always leading us, we have all the grace that we need. It's there. So that's one thing that we got. And then I've got another way to go. Is there any more comments about this at this point?
Having just done a quick Google search with the question, what did Ernest Holmes say about grace? It took me to Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones. I don't know if he's still active in Simi Valley, but he advised that Ernest Holmes described grace as the constant natural givingness of spirit, stating that it simply is, and our task is to recognize and accept it. It's the eternal, but like you said, loving givingness of spirit to its creation. He explained that it's not a special exception or tool used by God to punish or favor, but rather the natural flow of divine good that we experience by correctly aligning our consciousness with it. So it's not something we have to accept. We're perfectly free to be as miserable or cynical as we would like, but that is not something we have to move through to experience grace, which by means of healing whatever needs to be healed in your life.
Absolutely.
Just as a side note, Tim, Dennis Merritt Jones is still, he's kind of semi-retired down in Florida now, and he still writing books. And I saw him probably around 6 months ago when I was, but he's doing well. So
Good. Well, because of the Bible quotes that I found, it made me to look at the word faith. So I'm going to read the Webster version of faith. Faith, there's multiple definitions. Something that is believed, especially with strong conviction. Complete trust, belief and trust in and loyalty to God, as is a firm belief in something for which there is no proof. Okay, so this is what Ernest Holmes says about faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is a mental attitude. So in a word, to be by embodied, that the mind can no longer deny it. Faith is complete when it is both conscious and subjective acceptance. Faith can be consciously generated. In spiritual terminology, faith means a belief in the presence of the invisible principle, love that which directly and subjectively responds to us. Thy faith has made thee whole, is how he ends. And I'm going to go into Hebrews 11:1 because that's where where he got the stuff in the NIV version. Now, faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. In the King James version, now faith is the substance of the thing hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And then in the English Standard Version, the ESV, now faith is the assurance of the things hoped for, the convictions of the things not seen. I really like that conviction part. So, all right, any comments, questions? It just seemed like with grace, we had to talk about faith. I just felt it. I just felt that. So,
Yes, that's the good side of conviction, where the other side is it being a crime.
yes.
Well, again, so just getting back from the Christian tradition again, that says that again that you cannot. The whole idea was that no matter, even if you live a good life, that again that in and of itself does not make it. It's that again, it was by accepting Christ or the belief in Jesus that that you are saved, and it wasn't something that you earned. So take that again into the metaphysical. It's the whole idea of that God's constantly giving to us. It's God. We can't earn the love of God. We can't. There's no way. But it's something that grace is something that we accept. We accept as is. And that again, that, how the whole idea of putting it to faith is again, that to understand that God's constantly giving to us. And so that the whole idea is that we can accept that grace into our lives and know that again, that even though that we can't see grace, is that we can go ahead and we can, again, accept good and more good into our lives. So it's, how much love is it's just unconditional love and the givingness of spirit to us. And so again, the question that Holmes and others ask is, are we willing to receive it in our lives?
Absolutely. Carol Ann, we're not hearing you, honey.
I am reminded of the Bible verse, and I used it often with the children growing up. It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And how do we refer to God? Our Father. Our Father. And I was fortunate in having a father who was he was strong, but he was also gentle, and he had much love for us. And when we would sit up on his lap, I can remember, I mean, he was a big man and, you know, little child. And when he put his arms around me, I was just so and totally, I was just so, I knew I was safe. I knew that whatever happens is going to be okay. He could put his arms around me and I would stop crying because you know, I had fallen down or something had happened. And for me, grace is a lived experience. You look at Michael's accident, and he walked away. He had some bruises, and he walked away. You know, and I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So grace to me takes so many different forms, but it is always, it can be demonstrated by people, but the ultimate demonstration is God's grace.
So
And
true.
I still go back to it is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And when we really get that, when we really get that, not just saying, oh, I believe, but when we really get it and start to live by grace, our life changes. And we become a vessel for grace.
And what a wonderful thing that is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the step of recognition. You know, it's like the presence of love awareness is always there. That's what we are. You know, so you just recognize it, and that's the experience of grace right there.
Yeah.
I just want to say, you know, the whole idea is that, you know, there's nothing that we need to do to earn God's love, God's grace. There is absolutely nothing that you can do. And that again, and again from the early church, it was not. It's that you did good works from that aspect of grace. Is that was the showing of gratitude for your life and for your salvation. It was a mark of a changed life. So that was that there's nothing that you can do to earn that unconditional love of Spirit. Nothing. It's something we accept anymore. And it's something I think that again that unconditional love of Spirit's already within us. It's an aspect of Spirit that again that if the whole idea of that Spirit is expressing through everybody here, and again everybody in the world, Spirit expresses through us. So that's again my question is also that, you know, have we extended that grace to other people? You know, have we extended that grace to individuals? Do we, you know, give them the benefit of the doubt? Do we know that people are doing their very best? You know, do we forgive quickly? You know, so that's that comes from a changed life. So from us embracing the life of Spirit as us, and then expressing that Spirit in the world. So.
And it's well to remember that we are on a learning planet. It's just like all of us are 2 and 3-year-olds, maybe 4 or 5-year-olds, and we are learning. We are learning how to be kind. We are learning how to be loving. And so we are put in situations that give us practice.
Everyone is growing in their own way.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And there's no report card.
So true.
So I don't have to do prayer push-ups every morning now? Earn God's grace.
Which is that's wonderful because I can't do a push up if I tried. So I'd be in big trouble. Could never have it. So
Remember
yeah.
the old phys ed coach say, "Give me 10 if you misbehave, right? Give me 10." Oh,
10 push-ups and 10 laps.
And 10 laps.
Push-ups
Oh
and
yeah.
10 laps.
Yeah, you used to have to run the laps if you're in sports in the Falls gym, up the stairs into the balcony, across the top and down the other side, right? And then up the other side and around.
Yeah, that's a lot of steps
That was a
too,
lot of
because
steps.
yeah, I tried out one time for softball, and of course I found out that I didn't really know how to play. It wasn't even worth me and the people that were playing, they'd been playing since they were kids.
Yeah.
I'm doing this in high school, so but I experiencing going up and down those steps and across and it was every section you had to go back down and then back up the next one. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so it was crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not going to be doing this. But unless there is any other comments, it's that time where we have any more comments? No. Okay.
Well, I think so I'm going to give a suggestion here is that, again, to recognize that grace in our lives and to come from a place of receiving that love, that acceptance, that power that is not out there, but it's within us. So your task, if you want to this week, is to recognize the unconditional love of God in your life, the unconditional givingness of Spirit. So look for that this week. Look for God moments during your week.
Okay. Well, John's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Percent of our teaching.
It's a part of our teaching, right? All right, John.
All right, I've got a song called "Life Is Amazing." I haven't sung for a while. Some people seem to be wrong. They act like they don't belong. Maybe friends and time for sharing could help them be more caring. Life is amazing, a garden of song growing along, and each of us is part of it. In life we all belong. We grow better with caring and have more fruits for sharing. We're a garden with everyone in, growing better again and again. Life is amazing, a garden of song growing along, and each of us is part of it. In life we all belong. For a garden to grow, first choose the crops to sow, then plant of the weeds and see if it leads to harvesting more good than you knew. Life is amazing, a garden of song, growing along, and each of us is part of it. In life, we all belong.
Well, thank you, John. That was wonderful. So it is that time in our service where we have the opportunity to give. There are several ways you can do that. You can go to Zelle or to PayPal and go to sscofakron@gmail.com. That is sscofakron@gmail.com. And you can give that way, or you can send a check with the word summit on it to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310. And we will graciously accept your gift. So, all right. So with that, just as we take our gifts right top over left, know with me, all that we have, all that we give, all that we receive is truly blessed in a very gracious manner. And that love and peace, joy are ours. And we are grateful. So with this, I just give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so John's got more good for us.
Good, more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Oh, good, more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
All right, thank you, John. So it's time for announcements, and I'm going to do the first one. Next week, I am the speaker, unless Tim might be wanting to do it. You have a talk you'd like to do instead, you are more than welcome. I know I'm putting you on the spot. You can tell me afterwards, but it'll be one of us. So, but if you want to, that'd be great. And then the following week will be Michael. And then John will be doing Father's Day. And Carol Ann will finish up the month for us. So that's what's coming up. But I will be more than happy to let Tim speak if he would like. So, okay. Michael?
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, so ntmedia.org, that's where I spend most of my week. And again, that I put a lot of the things that I do on the network on our Facebook page. And again, we get a lot of views just because I do that. So yeah. And again, just thank you for all the love and prayers and Reiki and all the good stuff that's happened during this week. And just, again, just feel very, very grateful just to be here with you. So thank you.
Okay. John?
My website, yeswise.com, has my blog, Inspiry, and you can also find it at my Yeswise channel on YouTube. And then my music is at johndavidmiller.com. So yeswise.com and johndavidmiller.com. I've been busy this week. I haven't put up any videos this week. I had a shipment come in at last after 2 months of being without any product. So
Oh, wow.
Get out 30 back orders. Over 30.
Wow. Well, at least you finally got it. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any other announcements? Probably not. Okay. Well, with that, John, we'll do our moment of silence. And with this moment of silence, we will bring into our hearts and minds anybody who may be having a challenge. And know for them, the challenge is already met. It's taken care of. And that spirit is there just guiding and directing and helping them get through it. Because spirit's always there. So with that, John will give us a little ping and we'll go quiet. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Well, let me get this share button here. Ah, that's not it. That's the wrong one. See, well, sharing has stopped. Oh yeah.
So while you're looking, your other song, the song you did just a few minutes ago, that was a new one, wasn't it?
No, I just haven't sung it for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, did a little revision. Life is real. Life is true. We are life. Living is me and you. Joy is real. Joy is true. We are joy. Living is me and you. Peace is real. Peace is true. We are peace. Living is me and you. Love is real. Love is true. We are love. Living is me and you. Living is me and you.
All right. Well, thank you, John. And our that ends our service. Hannah's going to take us out of Facebook.